Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Last Days of Europe with me, Avalanche, and Greater Germanic Reich. So first of all, I apologize if at any point in this video my voice sounds raspy. As you know, there has been a little gap in the flow because I got, a sore throat basically. And it took me down for a couple of days. So this is a sort of a test run to see how bad it sounds anymore. I noticed that in some of the previous videos it has been already slightly audible, that I had some kind of sinus infection. Then I fell out and now I'm trying to get back in. So we'll see how I'll hold. Anyway, as it has been a number of days since I last recorded, I thought that this episode might be a good way to look at some of the things that we have been doing and have a bit of an analysis here. So, let me just go through it. It might take a couple more minutes before we unpause the game, but, a review is always good. A review is always good. So first of all, we're amidst the military reform. I noticed that everyone is drilling, which is kind of fine. I know that the changes in divisions have been done. We are down to 50 divisions, 741 battalions, of which 198 are special forces. What I would like to do in this episode, if at all possible, is to change the 7th Army into the Mountain Army, as they are located in Caucasian, and it would be good to do that. But instead we might look, and that might be even better, on the motorized and Panzer Army, because I would like to change that template into an actual mechanized division that would be worthy of that name. So we might go that way instead. I don't know. We'll see. At this point we have only 46 army experience points, so we're gonna do that at the end of the video, because until then there's not much that we can do here. As far as research goes, we're gonna get a bonus to recon and company, and that is great. Expanded command infrastructure, great as well. Streamlined automation techniques, great. And the advanced main battle tank chassis, I'm looking forward to that one, because that's gonna be the staple of our new mechanized divisions. We'll also need a modern APC and a motorized armored car, because that one is working as the workhorse for our sort of a scouting template. Well, I mean, everyone pretty much is using the armored cars for scouting. We need to look at this kind of strategically and have each of the things that we will put into our units. Well, what would be the right way to put it? Like, each of them should have a specific purpose. The armored car should be focused on scouting, so I'm gonna make sure that it's a good scout. The main battle tank is going to be mostly having high breakthrough and hard attack, and I would like the AFVs and APCs to serve as breakthrough and soft attackers, basically. That's how I'm seeing it, but we'll see if that is possible. There's going to be a lot of research done in this field, because we're going to get improved artillery and anti-air as well, so a lot of upgrades are going to have to be had. We'll juggle the demands as they will come in, so that's that thing. As far as our focus is, we're still working on the Japanese. Your consensus as far as comments go is that we should go with social market, because it's going to be cheaper for us. I'm still afraid of the effect of the token regulations on our budget. No, not the token regulations, the trinket subsidies changing to wolf subsidies, because the policy cost per capita is going to jump by 156%. I don't know if we can drill down all the way to the subsidies themselves, because I don't think we can see it here anyway. Organization military. Actually, someone asked me before about the temporary tax hike. This will increase all of our taxes rates by at least 15% of their current values. Granting us an extra income but impacting our growth for the next 6 months. Yeah, I don't want that. Right now we need to lower the debt. Later on when we get to reasonable debt, it's gonna be good. But I don't think we can see here actually the social expenditures because... Actually, unemployment funding, this is the one. So 0.87 billion, and if we went up by 156%, this would go to somewhere around 2 billion. So in the grand scheme of things, that's not going to be such a major thing, but it's still a 1.5 billion extra, which will increase our deficit significantly. But it's much better than actually going with social state, which gives pensions, subsidies, and universal coverage with total coverage, which I mean would benefit us. It gives us more population, more stability, lowers the poverty, but we don't need stability. Poverty is going down as much as it is, and the policy costs are insane here. The pensions themselves would be additional 82%. So we could see in here, that's actually pretty good. What is it, social spending? Yeah, pension funding would go by additional 2 billion nearly, so no, we just can't do that. So let's go with social market, that's going to be much better. So that was your consensus anyway. Number of people have commented over the episodes that we should finish the reforms, which are under the Zollverein. Wait, what? No, they're not under Zollverein, and they are... Here, the fate of the East, divide Ostland and establish the Caucasus Federation. So I think we're gonna go with the Caucasus Federation now and divide Ostland later. Now the reason why I don't want to divide Ostland was that I was thinking that they might still somehow finish their focus, but I think they won't. So there's no point in waiting for that. So we might do that in the next episode. Let's establish the Caucasus Federation now. It's gonna take 2 days. And we'll see the effect. Caucasus has been fairly good as far as I'm concerned. Wait, where is the information? So we'll see if their growth makes up for it. The Zollverein. Where is Caucasus? I know they have been growing quite nice. Okay, they're reaching 5 billion soon. Ukraine. Well, we've been investing heavily in them as well, haven't we? It's under the Zollverein. Poland, Ostland, Caucasian. Yeah, it's gonna run for a couple more months. Cool, so that's good. And the state of the Reich, we are overwhelmingly reformist, but it seems to be dropping. So maybe we should do something here. Focused about the regime. I think we can do this. 10 million. Yeah, let's launch the campaign just to make sure that everything is fine. And someone also mentioned that we're not researching anything under the Reichsnachrichtendienst, and they are correct, but everything here costs a lot of money. We can do the bugs. Second generation transmitter working on band for UHF frequencies. The 312115 covert RF listening devices, or bugs, are the latest in design by the R&D, intended for overhearing conversations in ordinary rooms. These devices can be hidden in most pieces of furniture with relative ease. Didn't we already research this? Feels like we did. Huh. Despite that and its simple makeup, the 312115 bugs carry a powerful and sensitive audio amplifier and dynamic microphone able to record conversations easily and clearly. No secrets will remain hidden from the Reich. Okay, let's do that one. I felt like we might have already researched that, but obviously not. And last but not least, Navy. Once we get the nuclear engine in 4 months, we're gonna design that carrier, because we need that. But we'll see. No divisions in basic training, that's fine, because we can't really have any. Okay, decisions. Nothing major is happening. There's a war going on between you guys. But as long as they're fighting each other, they're not fighting us, which is in itself a good thing in my book. Okay, let's do it like this. Oh, cool. So economy growing by 12.6%. That means our debt is gonna drop even more. We're gonna reach sub 70%. That's amazing, actually. Considering where we started, it is really good. It is really good. So 7 days for that. Okay, so we're favoring Washington here. Draw up the levies. Main money flow. So improve. How far are we with dismantling the last bad boy? 8%. Okay, so seizing the corporate asset is gonna take care of that. So we just need to wait a couple weeks and we'll be done. And then it's dismantling them, which is amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen. Okay, so we favored Washington here. Now let's draw up the levies. Negotiating the deal with the Japanese will be a complex ordeal. Speer and Erhard will have to meet and discuss the details thoroughly. And once again, the two paths can be taken. Making the term harsh would please the reformists and the US, guaranteeing that we remain in their favor in the end. We could also be lenient, pleasing the conservatives and making Japan just a bit less grumpy, seeing as how they can serve as a counterbalance to American interest. Let's the planning begin. Okay, so this is the down to business. Okay, well, we'll have to see. I don't like it if inflation could go somewhere else. Deficit is dropping, that is good. That is good, we need to keep it that way. Okay, this is looking all fine. Army expenses will go up if we continue with the military reform one day. Queen Wehrmacht. Okay, Queen Wehrmacht we can go... No, that increases investments. War has changed. A choice of focus. Soldiers, not machines. Debt increases, inflation increases. I need to stay away from these focuses just a little longer. Might have to go with the social market instead, because I think that will impact us less. But this gives us erratic... No, we can go with this one then. 145 billion. And then these ones will be beneficial. Okay, so we can go with social market, Europe's dream, Unternehmen. Wait, what? Well, it's one of the following. Guidingham. Oh, we need to go with these ones too. But they require... okay, they require us to finish the investments. Okay, so this is not gonna help us. I know that the benefit will outweigh the penalties, but, you know, still we need to improve things. Unternehmen Königsmarcher report. Top secret, eyes only to all members of the Reichsnachrichtendienst. Unternehmen Königsmarcher. Or Königsmacher. Or that would be Königsmacher. Principality of Viatka. Preamble. The following information of this document is to be shared strictly between Agent Kleiner Fuchs and other approved members of the army. I really love the smaller fox. I like that. Smaller fox codename. Failure to meet this expectation and the leakage of information will lead to immediate termination and blacklisting of any future employment offers. Boris Smilovsky has been contacted and aid has successfully been sent. Information on specifics will be available page 1 to 4. Further information on the Smilovsky's planned intelligence agency, the Okranka, is available page 5 to 7. Vyatka is one of the few potential states in the Russian territory that may be dissuaded from declaring war against the Einheitspact, and Smolovsky has promised to influence Vyatkan politics to be more German-friendly. Okay, end of page. Missions existence. Okay. So what did we get from that? Right political enemies, media. Okay, we don't need that. Unternehmenswert. 65 million. That's another. Commonwealth of Siberia. Base stability, political power. But these cost a ton. I mean, it's not like it's gonna make a dent in our budget. So let's go with Unternehmenswert, which is the same thing but with Central Siberia. Okay, we finished the recon company. I don't think we need the military police. Engineering company. Signal company. We will need that for the mechanized divisions. Attack helicopter company. Field hospital, that one is important. Although many improvements have been made in field medicine, many techniques are improvised and we lack an established doctrine. With more experience we can transform improvised innovations into permanent fixtures. So lowered experience loss, extra trickle back, and even better for the medivac, which is good. Quarterly budget update, 26 days left. Lost production units. What are you talking? Oh, okay. What are you talking about? Well, about this you are talking. Okay, we don't have any factories on that, so we drew up the levies. It's gonna hit our economy, but I don't think we have another choice, quite honestly. We should have started with the Luftwaffe, I think. That would have been smarter. But again, we cut down our army significantly, so that's not bad either. Social market. Europe streams, Reichs need. Yeah, we need to go with either one of these. This one we actually don't have to even take. And there isn't much else that we can do. Competitive market. This is like, just get extra inflation for 100 million, that's nothing. Write up the agreement. I don't know if we have any other choice. Oh, we can go with these ones. This is actually expensive, but getting the land doctrine, I think we haven't done it yet. So war has changed. As early as the West Russian War, it was apparent that the Heer's doctrines were woefully outdated. We had grown complacent, sitting on our laurels, while the Bolsheviks learned from their experiences. If not for General Speidl's genius, they might have successfully outmaneuvered and defeated us. To prevent another near disaster, we must be willing to learn, even from our enemies. The Russian concept of deep battle has some very interesting aspects, even if OKV is dismissive of its innately Russian character. The Americans have also made great strides in recent years and gave our men a hard time in South Africa. We should assess our performance in that war and see what there is to learn from it. Cool. Okay, 3 military factories, really? Okay, now it's fine. Where can we see the doctrines? Under officer corps, right? No, we're done. Okay, so that's very useless. That's just spending money, but it's gonna lead us here. Inflation increase, but their training slightly decrease. And replaces basic training with combat schooling, which is good. Mobilization speed is lowered, but other than that, everything else is really good. Increases effectiveness. Cool. Cool. What about the poverty? 46.92, that is good. We got tertiary schooling now, which is great. Modern research facilities. Yeah, this is gonna boost our GDP, that's great. Mass mechanization doesn't really help with much. Advanced healthcare. Okay, that decreases poverty. Functional administrative system. Doesn't help with GDP, neither one does. Experience industrial base. This one definitely should. Yeah, this one helps with GDP massively. And we are getting really close, so that's nice. And professional army, that one won't. Plus, oh, it helps with the army itself. Okay, so war has changed is done. Now let's go with more practical options. An unfortunate consequence of Hitler's rule is that his personal preference informed a great deal of our military R&D. In the way Führer's mind, bigger was always better. Look no further than the embarrassingly oversized mouse, for an example. Much like Deutsche Physik, the years old R&D guidelines belong solely in the dustbin of history. We have nothing to gain from constantly upscaling our equipment, besides mildly amusing photographs that someone will see in a history book and laugh at someday. Anyone who still advocates for such developments will be shown the door and their job offered to someone with their head screwed on properly. Okay. Doctrines available. I really don't understand why these branches are mutually exclusive. Are you telling me that I can... It's telling me that I can get it. Oh, these ones I probably can. They are not mutually exclusive. So massive bombardment. The Schwerpunkt is certainly a strong tactic, but much of it rests on the assumption that the initial attack succeeds. To maximize our chances, we must make sure that any selection we attack is first pummeled by artillery and aircraft alike. In perfect scenario, our forces will stroll over what remains of their lines without a single casualty. So soft attack and hard attack of line artillery and overwhelming strikes. Hard attack of army increased and line artillery gets extra recovery rate. Our attacks must be absolute in their power and force. We cannot afford to hold reserves or be cautious about our Schwerpunkt. Total success or total defeat rides on the piercing blow. We must train our troops to move from place to place quickly in order to organize as many massive strikes as possible. Cool. So, that's that. No, what the... This is weird. The way it goes up and down is freaking me out. Yeah, okay. Well, fine. So the doctrines are done. 21, that's good. More practical options. Okay, debt has increased slightly, but the deficit is going down. The real GDP growth is really nice. This is gonna mean the debt gonna drop closer to 80. Oh, that's what I wanted. I noticed that we have fuel for only 18 days, which means that you guys no longer drill, because you're the hogs of the fuel. There again, 1.9. Okay, so army is... okay, still need to kill the drilling of the other units. The regular infantry should be fine, but I can't be sure. Yeah, current daily consumption 445. Cool. So this means we can drill just the infantry. Okay, that pretty much destroys any effect we're getting from it, but, you know, every little boost counts. The Navy. Okay, we got a new sub. Amazing. You guys need to drill. Send you out there. You guys are almost done. You keep freaking me out with this lost production units, but there's nothing that we can really do with that. Okay, for the 1st of May. 80%. Come on. Hey, 0.4% now. That's really good. Inflation increased, but the yearly deficit has dropped significantly. That is good. And here we got the more practical options. A choice in focus. With our research department working at peak efficiency, the here will slowly but surely fill the technological gap, separating it from the other world powers. However, we can make more than a decade of decadence and underdevelopment simply disappear overnight, and it will take time before we can be on par with the rest of the world. To this end, the Oberkommando has devised a plan to focus our research efforts on a single aspect of war, in order to quickly catch up at least in one field and present ourselves a bit better. On one hand, we could go the safe route and focus on infantry weapons, but the rifles and grenades will have an impact throughout the entire here, no matter the unit or doctrine. Another choice is artillery. Gone are the times of giant railway guns. Now self-propelled weapons are light. Infantry portable mortars are the way forward, improving mobility and efficiency of the support units. Some wish to improve the support echelons of the here with better logistics, modern engineers, and advanced medical detachments to fully aid our troops in their task. Finally, we could focus once more on the weapon that brought us to victory. Panzers are still a fundamental part of any army, and with enough investment they could make our enemies tremble once again. Our research teams are ready and await orders. What should they focus on? Oh god. Okay, so from this one I'm gonna take the lowest inflation and lowest hit to the budget and go with infantry weapons are fundamental for any army. Plus that is going to give us a nice boost here. Okay, soldiers, not machines. Unfortunately this increases the inflation yet again. And increases minimal investment. So do you, right? Yeah. A true national army. Contrast comes here. Organization, attack, defense. Rules of engagement with watchdog groups. No draft of educational. We can't do that. We really can't do that. Germany and Japan have never been friends with each other, being only allies out of convenience at the best. Today, however, marks a special day. A form of détente has been achieved, with our own sanctions being lessened against Japan. Now that we can finally strike a deal, it should mean that our relations will begin a slow fall. If not much, it's not much, but it's better than open hatred and should ease our government worries as well as domestic concerns. So not sure why that would hurt our GDP growth, but I'll take it. And where the hell did this come from? Why is our deficit now up? Well, still, 6% difference between that and that is fine. I'm gonna end this episode by dismantling the crooked IG Farben, which we should be able to do in 2 days. Okay, fuel is increasing, that is amazing. Expanded command infrastructure is done, that's good. There was one more there, right, for this? Yeah, expanded special forces program 2. Let's instead go for something else, because we get the reduction for infantry. Infantry weapons improvement. The kit. Division organization and recovery rate. Okay, none of this is really good, quite honestly. Damn, I was hoping for something better, but yeah, let's go with... Actually, no. No, we don't really have... God damn it, we really don't have the things that we need. Okay, let's go with remote-controlled autocannons. A small unmanned autocannon emplacement remotely controlled by a crewman within the hull of the vehicle. 60 days, it gives breakthrough, hard attack, soft attack. Lowers reliability significantly though. Okay, and we have the command power now. So that's it. Goodbye, lovely. Dismantle Ingefarben. And we're done. We are done with that part of our history. I think we're gonna get one more event. Or maybe I think we got the Führerlois, so I'm not sure if we're gonna get it, but we'll see in the next episode. I'm gonna make some more tea and do one more for you guys today. These will go up together, so hey, you know, at least we're doing something